Bruno Fernandes, simply sensational. What a masterclass 10 out of 10 performance from him. And we have to start today by talking about Bruno Fernandes. But another thing that's been spoken about a lot was obviously this report that came out this morning that Ten Hag has been asked to implement the new style of play that INEOS wants to see next season. Today versus Sheffield United, a possession-based approach. And we very much saw that today. Now, is that just a coincidence because Sheffield United are really bad and we can't fully judge what we saw off this game, because we know one thing about United is they can do good one game and bad the other game. But we saw a possession-based approach, we saw movement, we saw a different style of play to what we'd seen all season. So there is obviously the question mark of could this be the beginning of something different from INEOS, and we'll discuss that later on. But I want to talk about Bruno Fernandes, I want to talk about Amad Diallo, I want to talk about Maguire, Hojlund, a lot of top performances. Ethan Wheatley, 250th Man United Academy graduate to make his debut, but also the first time Manchester United scored 4 goals in a Premier League game since Chelsea at the back end of last season. But let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. And of course, this is Sheffield United. This is a win where we played well. Arguably, we could have been 3-0 at half-time. It was 1-1. City cut back 2-1, but we responded 4-2 win. Probably on another day, it's a 5-1 win. With the chances we have, with the domination we have. But we've also got to remember this is Sheffield United. We can't overhype this too much. But what I do want to overhype right now is Bruno Fernandes. 8.1 versus Brentford, 7.9 versus Chelsea, 7.4 versus Liverpool, 9.2 versus Bournemouth, 10.0 versus Sheffield United on SofaScore. 1.06 expected assists, 2 goals, 1 assist, 108 touches, 9 key passes. Everyone was gassing up Odegaard's performance yesterday, but he had 8 key passes. Bruno made 9 key passes, 2 big chances created. He was all over the place. And if you know me, you know one thing is I do protect Bruno Fernandes a lot. I will say Bruno had a bad game. And there has been moments this season where Bruno's had bad games. Bruno's really come alight this last month and a half, these last sort of 6-7 games. He's been brilliant. But there was a period of 4 or 5 games where he was absolutely poor. But the reason I have so much respect for Bruno is because I truly believe, and some of you guys get annoyed at me for this, that Bruno Fernandes is a simply elite player. I think he is the best player in the Man United squad. Kobbie Mainoo probably has better potential. Hojlund's got great potential. Garnac's got great potential. Martinez is a good player, but he can't move. Shaw's a good player. We know what Varane's capable of, but he's finished. Bruno Fernandes is Manchester United's best player. Not the most consistent, frustrating at times when he gives the ball away. But I've always said this and I will stick by it. He is an elite player. And I think the problem, because a lot of people tell me, Alice, the problem is Bruno Fernandes. I'd sell Bruno Fernandes. I'd sell Bruno Fernandes. A lot of you guys get annoyed at me when I say that Bruno Fernandes is the last person I'd sell at United, because you know how much I rate him. The problem has never been Bruno Fernandes. The problem has been Manchester United. How many good players have gone to Manchester United and not been as good because of the environment at United, but also United don't play to their strengths? Bruno Fernandes, we know what he's capable of. Even when he was poor for us earlier on in the season, he'd go away with Portugal and drop these kind of performances in the 3 games he had for Portugal, then he'd come back to United and stink it up. A lot of the players are stinking it up at Man United this season because of the system, because of the way that we've been playing. And that's not an excuse for certain games where key players have gone missing. But I always have respect for Bruno because he's been playing injured. He's currently playing injured. He's played right mid. He's played left back and centre back for a little bit. He's played deeper in midfield to accommodate McTominay playing further up, which was when he was probably at his poorest. But he's not naturally a deep midfielder. But he's a quality player. 31 passes into the final third today. 9 chances created. 5 crosses completed, 5 shots, 4 tackles, 2 big chances created, 2 goals, 1 assist. That was a simply 10 out of 10 sensational performance from Bruno Fernandes. You know, absolutely sensational. 26 goal contributions this season. Palmer's the only midfielder to have more, and Palmer's basically an attacker with about 10 more penalties under his belt. You know, Bruno Fernandes, you know, the goal with his weak foot, that is a sensational goal with his weak foot. The pass to Hojlund, simply better assist. And I've said this before, but Bruno deserves better from United. Bruno is a good player that has not managed properly, that's not played in his best role. We don't play to his strengths, and he has 4 players around him that let him down. Yes, he has bad games. Yes, he's inconsistent. We've seen De Bruyne have some stinkers. We've seen Van Dijk have some stinkers. And he's not been good enough this season because we know what to expect from him and why we're seeing this now and not all season, of course. But if Man United built a complementary team with a style of play that optimised talent, Bruno Fernandes would be a brilliant player for us. You know, we generally make our players look worse. You know, we do the complete opposite. We have these great players, and then we basically highlight their weaknesses and play to their weaknesses. Whereas Pep Guardiola has these great players, and he'll play to their strengths and bring in other players to, you know, hide their weaknesses. We don't do that at United. And when Bruno's allowed to operate as a natural creator, be the most advanced midfielder with a lot of the ball, we see what he's capable of today. And a lot of people say, Alice, sell Bruno Fernandes, sell Bruno Fernandes. A lot of you say that. And I think, yeah, he's had moments where he's been poor this season, but so has everyone. No one's been good every game this season. You know, Maino's been great, but he's gone missing in certain games this season. Not really his fault. He's young. Same with Garnacho. There's not been one player that's been ridiculously good at every game this season. But I always thought it was mad when people said sell Bruno, because I said, like, look at Brandon Williams, look at Donny, look at Martial, look at Eriksen, look at, you know, even like McTominay's had a decent season, Casemiro. You know, all these players would need to go before Bruno Fernandes for me. So I always thought it was crazy the amount of hate you got. And I'm just a big Bruno rater, and I'm just glad that he's been really good the last 3-4 games. He's been playing injured. He's been stepping up. He's been saving us from embarrassment. And another player that's, you know, been slandered a lot is Maguire. But look at this performance from Harry Maguire. Another great performance from United. His ball progression stats were brilliant as well. But 111 touches, completely dominated the game. And yes, I know it's Sheffield United before you comment that. And I mentioned that at the start of the video. But Harry Maguire, you know, very good at progressing the ball at the pitch, very well taking care of the ball. He's our only centre-back fit at the moment, and he's delivered. You know, McTominay, who I'd still sell, you know, when he's performed for the most part of the season. When he starts, he's not good enough, but when he comes off the bench, he often delivers. Maguire, when he's played this season for the most part, bar 1 or 2 games, has delivered. You know, a lot of players that a lot of people want out have been the ones that have delivered a lot this season, which is great to see because we've had so many players injured. Now, I want to talk about Amad Diallo. I want to talk about Garnacho. I want to talk about Hojlund. I thought Hojlund got a goal, and I think confidence is massive for a striker. Massive for Hojlund. I think Maguire's been really good the last few games. I thought Delobo had a really good game, actually. I think Erik Ten Hag got actually a lot of today's spot on. I think playing Delobo left back helped because obviously how Wan-Bissaka struggles in possession. And I actually thought for the most part we were playing good football. We controlled the ball better. We had a lot of box entries. We had some good quality shots. We could have been 3-0 up at half time. But obviously, you know, we let Sheffield United score against the run of play. We conceded a silly cutback, as always. You know, we are going to concede silly goals at the moment. But I think Ten Hag got it right. The subs he got right as well. He took Anthony off. Anthony was dreadful. Anthony was useless. He took Anthony off. We brought on Amad. And some people will say, well, did Amad do much? But Amad did do a lot. Amad, when he gets the ball, keeps the ball. He holds up the ball. He shrugs off 3 players. He plays it to like Bruno or someone who will then do a pass. Anthony will get the ball, either pass it backwards or he'll run into people who are shooting, he'll give the ball away. And I think Amad, because you've got Garnacho whenever he gets the ball that wants to make things happen, is so direct. When you've got Amad that can just keep the ball, he gives us that little bit of control in the final third, which is good to see. I thought Garnacho did have a good game, but he should have scored 2 goals. He did really well because he almost created that first big chance for himself, you know, pass, move, run in the box, found the space, just finishing wasn't on it. But Garnacho's all-round game today was really good, bar his finishing, but we won 4-2, so we're not going to look at it. Great assist to Maguire, great ball into Maguire, but whenever he got the ball, he looks dangerous. He dribbles forwards. He wants to make things happen and running at players. And I really like that from Garnacho today. And I think if he can finish, brilliant. That's his only weakness at the moment. But you can tell there's a good player in Garnacho. He's direct. He likes to make things happen. I thought Maino had a good game. 100% dribbles completed. 91% pass accuracy. 6 out of 8 duels won. 3 dribbles, 1 assist. First Premier League assist for Maino. He was very good. Kept the ball well. I thought Maino, Eriksen, Bruno had a very good first half. Kept the ball well. And I think when we went 2-1 down, a lot of people were raging and stuff. But I thought we should get back into this, because Sheffield United were very bad. Like, we looked good, but it probably was because Sheffield United were really bad. And we were very much in control of the game. And I think that everyone basically had a good performance tonight, despite conceding 2 goals. Obviously, Anana with the mistake probably had a bad performance. But I was really happy with the performance. I was happy with Ten Hag subs. He took Anthony off in the 55th minute. He was like, yeah, I've seen enough. Amad deserves it. Maybe Ten Hag's finally listened to the fans or just using his eyes. Anthony was the biggest disappointment today. Eriksen, who was slandered a lot lately, I thought had a decent performance. I think possession-wise, we were playing possession-based football, but that could just be about the opponent we're against. But we play good football. I don't have any negatives other than the mistakes and the cutback, which is fortunately something we do a lot. And I thought Bruno was sensational. I really like Garnacho. I'm really happy Hojlund scored for confidence. Delobo had a good game. Times Casemiro looked iffy, but he's playing centre-back. You can't really judge him. Still not totally convinced on Wan-Bissaka. I think that moving forward, we might need a fullback. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below. I do apologise I didn't do a watch along, but I'm just exhausted at the moment. That's why. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Bye.